This is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast. Port.
Views expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of WPSL. However, we do encourage you to like and share them on Facebook and YouTube, and share them with all your friends. Subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, because it's time for Careology, brought to you by Carebox Incorporated, and your host is the one and only Roxy.
Hi, Cliff. How you doing?
We are doing.
That's
Still doing.
Good. That's good. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. And it feels like I was just here, and I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. And to everyone that sent me messages for my birthday, thank you. I had a wonderful time, and I hope everyone enjoyed their weekend. It was beautiful. The weather was great. And if you are tuning in with us for the first time, welcome to Careology. Careology is the science of caring, and we are a subsidiary of Carebox Incorporated, a 501c3 nonprofit here on the Treasure Coast. And our mission is very simple. We provide access to proper hygiene for those in need. It's just that simple. And I always say, how you see the long lines of food disparity, those are the same individuals that cannot afford simple things that we take for granted: toothpaste, deodorant, Pampers, Depends, just simple things. We just go in our bathroom, pull out of our pantry, and we're able to go ahead and bless so many families. And for those of you who support us, we say thank you very much. One thing about this show, if you're driving home or you just got home and you're listening, you're not going to hear any politics. You're not going to hear anything that you've been listening to on the way on the news. We don't do it. It's about supporting our community. And we have different nonprofits. We have businesses that do different things that support our community and give resources. And I have been really excited about this show because I have a nonprofit that is just amazing. And his name is Sean Boyle with St. Lucie County Children's Services. Hi, Sean.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Are you on? Is it? See, the good thing about this is live, so anything could happen, and we're gonna blame this on Cliff. That's all we do, Sean, is just blame this on Cliff.
Well, this might be your best show. If you can't hear me, that might be a good thing.
Well, no, we definitely want to hear Sean. Well, until we get this going, you can hear? Go ahead.
You can hear me now?
There you go. Can you get
Am
it?
I back?
You are back. There you go. Well, we want to say welcome to Sean from St. Lucie County Children's Services. Hi, Sean.
Hi, thank you for having me, and happy belated birthday.
Well, thank you very much. It is. I had a great day, and my hubby did really well. And it was a relaxing day, and I really enjoyed it. And I am excited to have you on. And the reason why we're excited to have Sean on is because Carebox is, can I say the word? I can't say the word sponsored. Carebox is funded. Supported. I like that. Supported. Carebox is supported by Children's Services, and Children's Services makes it possible for us to help our children here in St. Lucie County. And there's so many misconceptions when people hear about Children's Services, and that's why I have Sean here, because we want you to know what Children's Services does, what they do, what they don't do, and how they help. It's about since I've got into the nonprofit world, Sean, I have really learned a lot. And I had some of those misconceptions about Children's Services. And then learning about it, learning, and being involved, I was like, wow, you know what? Simply, people need to know. And I'm very happy about that. But before we begin, we want to say a big thank you to our sponsors. And we want to thank Treasure Coast Lexus right here in Fort Pierce, and saying that if anyone is interested in our drawing that we're having, we actually have a prize coming up, Sean. It is my apologies. We have the car in December. We have the drawing for the car in December. But June 17th, which is just a couple of weeks away, we have our first prize, which is a beautiful propane charcoal grill donated by Lowe's in Jensen Beach.
Oh, very nice.
So that's the first prize. And then September 17th, we have it's a mouthful. JVC 55-inch 4K bezel screen TV. And that was donated by Two Men in a Truck of the Treasure Coast. And that's September 17th. Then December, we have the big boy, which is the car. But if you get your tickets, they go into the pot for everything. So you can be pulled out, anything.
So the propane grill, just in time for the 4th of July,
Hello.
right?
There you go. That's, and
You
Father's
got my
Day.
attention. And then
Yep.
the TV,
And-
55-inch.
Woo!
I'm
I'm
sold.
telling you that, you know what? It's very, very easy. Only thing you have to do is go to givecarebag.com and you can go on our website and you can see all our information. You can see who our partners are. You can learn more about what we do. And if you'd like to support us, we really appreciate that. And just to our sponsors, we just, we love you. You know how it is. You can't do anything without sponsors. And we just want to say a big, big thank you. And our mothers, our babies, our clients, they're listening. And that's what we're here for. We're here to support them. And it's just a good day. To me, it's just been a good week. I feel like it's a Sunday still.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It's your birthday.
Yeah,
You're
it's just
extending your birthday.
I'm extending it until the end of the month, and it just feels good. So just bear with me. I'm just in a laid back mood. You can't get Roxy any better than this right now.
My son, when he was younger, he's 21 now, but he used to not refer to his birthday as his birthday, but it was birthday season.
I like that.
So for him, that meant the whole
whole
month.
month. I used to do the whole month, but then I said, you know what? It's just my husband's birthday's in May, so I kind of took it away from him a little bit. I just kind of dominated the whole month, so I kind of take the back end of the month and just lay back a little bit. But I have a birthday that's coming up soon for Jet. Jet is one of my young producers on my show, and he's 15 years old, going on 16, and he already wrote a book. And this guy, I'm going to give you, you're looking at me like, wow. He is amazing.
The producer of this show. One of the producers of this show?
No, he's one of my producers. He helps me with my show.
Okay.
Yes, he does. And he wrote a book. And he is amazing. And he is actually going to be on our show, and one of our shows for June. He's going to be coming in, and he will be doing a show.
Oh, can you give us a little foreshadowing of what the book was that he wrote?
I sure can. Let me go ahead and pull that information up. He should be texting me right now to give me a short synopsis of that.
I'm excited, and I asked because my son is at college. Hopefully he doesn't care that I'm going to bring this up.
Bring it up.
But he wants to be a writer.
Oh.
And he also has written a book.
Wow. What is his book's name?
That's a good question.
See, we just putting each other on the spot here.
I have a copy of it. I know it's fiction. I know that he told me it's longer than the original Harry Potter book.
Okay.
And he's already sent it out to some publishers. And I give him full credit because he's pursuing his dreams.
Well, you see, I went to Google. You see, I went to Amazon.
Oh, he's got it published on Amazon.
Oh yes, this is it's Through the Eyes of a Young American.
Oh,
That's
wow.
what it's called. Jet
Okay.
Pruitt, Through the Eyes of a Young American.
I'm writing that down.
Yes, it is. And Jet, I just want to let you know, if you're listening, my internet on my phone is not working, so I can't even pull up your information. But it is Through the Eyes of a Young American, and he's absolutely amazing. So, here it is right here. It's coming up.
That's exciting.
And if anyone wants to look it up, it's here it is. See, I was right. Through the Eyes of a Young American. He looks like a young Jesus, doesn't he?
He does.
Look at that hair.
He does.
Yeah, and that's him. This young man is just, Through the Eyes of a Young America, a teenager's perspective on government, politics, and solving our country's biggest problems. And if you want to really hear how our next generation is thinking, this is it. Amazing.
So when is he going to be on the show? Because we need to make sure we're all tuning in.
We're all tuning in. Well, it's going to be during the first 2 weeks of June.
Okay.
I'm not sure. We're gonna go ahead and solidify the date, but he will be coming in. He's in Florida, not too far from Port St. Lucie, but he'll be coming in, and it's going to be just amazing.
I got to tease you a little bit, though, Roxy, because you started this show by saying no politics.
Well,
and when I read that title,
it's Through the Eyes. He's not going to talk about politics, but I just wanted to talk about him.
I
want to talk about him. I know you're teasing me, but you know what? He'll be 16 then, and this is what I say. Whatever he wants to talk about, he's free to talk about it because he has something to say, and we need to listen to our young people. We don't listen.
Right. And I appreciate and understand, because it's hard to write a book. It's hard to write sometimes.
Period.
There's an artistry almost to it. Whether it's a song, a painting, you just got to acknowledge and appreciate the work that goes into that.
Well,
So-
he had, just to let you know, he has a very good reference because.
Are you one of his references?
Oh, no, 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 no,
Oh.
no. I wish I can be his muse. No. His mother is an acclaimed writer. She wrote several books actually.
Oh, wow.
Yes, she wrote several books. She's considered the female Stephen King.
Oh, wow.
Oh yes, so he
Okay.
has, this is in his genes, and it's and there are more. I don't know why I'm just saying these two, but she's written quite a few books, so it's in his genes, and they both will be here. So it'll be fascinating for me to sit home and listen.
Yeah, and
'Cause-
you can listen
And learn and put my foot up and have a nice glass of wine and just clap and just enjoy myself. But I love Careology because yes, it's the science of caring, but we can give so many people so much information, and even young businesses that do things for the community, like Richard Stein on gun safety for children. We had letting our community know at the age of 3, a young child could pull a trigger at the age of 3. And a lot of people don't know that. And just gun safety and being responsible gun owners. So you don't really have to be a nonprofit. It's just a resource for the community. We want to educate our community. Knowledge is power. And that's why I want people to know about children's services. So we're just going to get right into it because it's
Sure.
important. And just a side note, just for Sean not to hear, I like to keep my funders happy. So hello, I'm putting it out there. But tell us, how was children's services formed here in our county?
Sure. So let me back up because you said something that often happens. People think that we are the Department of Children and Families.
Yes.
Because Department of Children and Families is called Children's Services or DCF, and so we are not the Department of Children and Families. We are not the unit of government that investigates and works with abused and neglected children. That's not us at all.
Okay.
It's actually quite the opposite. Our goal is to provide programs and resources in the community for all families so that we don't have kids going into Department of Children and
Sure.
Families, Department of Juvenile Justice. So we call that primarily prevention programs. So I'll get into that in a minute. But how we got started was, so this is, you'll pull me out of the weeds if I get too far into it.
No, go right ahead.
So state statute, Florida state statute allows a community to establish what's called a Children's Services Council.
Okay.
State statute says that it's a two-step process. So first of all, the county has to form an ordinance to establish a Children's Services Council, and then the voters have to vote to establish and provide a funding resource for that Children's Services Council. So
Okay.
that happened in St. Lucie County in 1990.
Okay.
And it was reaffirmed in 2014. But just to give you an idea, any county can do it in the state of Florida, and we only exist in the state of Florida. Guess how many Children's Services Councils there are? 67 counties in Florida.
67. Okay.
No, there's 67 counties, but you have to do a vote you have to get a county ordinance, and the community has to vote. There's only 10 Children's Services Councils. 11 Children's Services Councils across the state, because it's
For
hard
the
to
state of Florida.
for the state of Florida, because it's
Wow.
hard to establish, because your community has to go to the ballot box and say, we want a Children's Services Council, and not all communities do that.
Because their misconception of what a children's service council is probably.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So what we do at the Children's Services Council, and I say this 100 times and probably in my sleep, we provide programs and resources in 5 categories. And those 5 categories are: 1, making sure every baby's a healthy baby. So, for example, in St. Lucie County, every mother that gives birth in the hospital or wherever they give birth, if they're a St. Lucie resident, within 1 week of returning home, they can get a nurse home visit. So a registered nurse will come to the home, check on the health of the mother, the health of the baby. I always say the stress level of the father,
Yeah.
because I've been there, done that. And that program reaches about 75 to 80% of all births in St. Lucie County take
Okay.
advantage of that. So that's one category. Second category is stopping child abuse before it happens by building strong families. So if a family's experiencing a crisis, or if a parent is just at their wits' end, we have programs that will work with that parent, with that family, to reduce that crisis and make sure that a tragedy like child abuse doesn't happen.
Hasn't happened.
Third priority is keeping kids off the streets. Many people are probably familiar with that. That's mostly our what we call after school or out of school time programs. So it's programs like the Boys and Girls Club, the YMCA, but like future generations.
Right.
After school program that teaches kids how to play musical instruments. So we have 17 after school program locations across St. Lucie County, funded by and supported by the Children's Services Council. And then our last two categories are keeping kids in school. So that includes anything from truancy reduction to helping making sure that children read by 3rd grade. And our last category is keeping kids off drugs, alcohol, and other risky behaviors.
That's kind of just being a parent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of the risky behaviors that we address is teen pregnancy.
See.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And so, real quick story. When we were established in 1990, one of the first things they did was, and I wasn't here in 1990, I came in 97. In 1990, one of the first things they did was a needs assessment.
Right.
When they did a needs assessment, the St. Lucie County was nearly 3 times the state rate of teenage girls that had given birth.
Wow.
So if 3 out of 100 females ages 10 to 17 in St. Lucie County in 1990 had children. So let that sink in for a minute.
Wow. I wish everyone could see Cliff's face right now. It is like, wow.
So in 1990, the rate was 27.9 out of 1,000.
Wow.
Now it's 2.7 out of 1,000. So offering programs and resources to families, not just Children's Services Council, but the entire community, has an impact.
It has to be the community involved. If the community
takes a village to raise a child.
You nailed it on the head. It has to and that's it. You have to. The community has to get involved. That's why resources are so important. They are. For instance, when a mother comes in and might not have a car seat, or there's so many resources that I can go to, and if I'm not sure, I call my go-to girl at the Children's Services St. Lucie, which is Ashley. Can we do this? Do you know this, or where can I go? And the information is at the tip of her tongue. She's a gold mine, because sometimes I just don't know, and it's not good to give mothers in a situation, families. You don't want to say I don't know. You want to say, give me 1 minute, let me find a resource, and they're a good resource, Cliff. You call and you get good, reliable information, and. But we have there's so many nonprofits that deal with so many after school programs that are so needed in our community. And I love that. But I have a question from you. But I want to ask you before we go to our break, because I want to hear from one of our very good sponsors. Do you know the number? What is the number now of teenage pregnancies that we have in St. Lucie County? Don't answer. You saw his face, he's like, don't answer. We're going to be right back. I want you to think about it. I want people to know, because this is where we educate you, because I want to know, because I see them coming in.
From 10 to 17, he said?
10 to 17.
Females ages 10
Females
to 17.
That's horrifying. I raised a bunch of daughters.
Yeah.
And I always knew I'm going to have to kill some boy someday. I didn't have to, thank
you. Didn't have to.
But
well, we're going to hear Cliff's story when we come back.
Yeah, right.
This is Roxy with Careology, and we'll be back after these important messages. Thank you. Why call 2 Men in a Truck of the Treasure Coast? You want to move your business without moving a single meeting? You want it handled with no fuss. Lots of stuff, no time to move it? You need the pros that care. That's why you call 2 Men in a Truck of the Treasure Coast. Family owned and operated franchise. Call 772-236-0827. 772-236-0827. Movers who care. Visit 2 Men in a Truck, treasurecoast.com. Thinking of building your next home or renovating? Come see us at Grozer Builders. We will create a home suited for your lifestyle. With years of experience means we give you a complete professional service, from a dream to a concept. You will get the best results, best value, best quality is what you get from Grozer Builders. Visit us at grozerbuilders.com. You deserve better. You deserve Grozer.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast.
welcome back to Careology. Once again, here's your host, Roxy.
Welcome back. Welcome, everyone. My name is Roxy, and welcome to Careology, the science of caring. And if you're tuning in with us, we have an important guest with us, Mr. Sean Boyle, and he is the Executive Director of the Children's Services Council of St. Lucie County, and he helps protect our children, look after our children, and we love that. So if you're tuning in, we're just hearing what the Children's Services Council has done, and basically, if you live in St. Lucie County, am I correct in saying that we as community, we help fund?
100%. Yep, 100%.
100%. Okay.
If you're a property owner, we are a very small item on your property tax bill. We're what's called considered to be an independent district.
Okay.
So if they were to get out their bill, which is loads of fun to do,
Oh, it is.
in the independent district section, you'll see three entities. You'll see the fire district, something called FIND, which is Florida Inland Navigational District. I think that's what it stands for, and then the CSC, or the Children's Services Council.
Well, I don't mind seeing that because I know what it goes to. So for everyone that is paying taxes, now you're going to hear how you are helping the Children's Services Council. And I'm sure you can help it in other ways also. But we had a question. The pregnancy rate was so high.
27.9 out of 1,000.
What is it now?
It's don't quote me on this.
We won't.
It's
We won't hold you to it.
27.9. I believe it's down to 2.7.
Okay, but as long as
Out of
it's
1,000.
dropping, if it's dropping, it's good.
It's a 98% reduction since 1990.
Wow, that is amazing.
And and when I talked about and I forgot to say this, when I talked about those 5 priority areas that we work on, we fund and make available, and really we build systems of care, right? We make sure that everybody's connected, everybody's communicating, there's no duplication, but all said and done, 51 annual programs that we make available in the community that, quite frankly, without us, probably wouldn't exist.
I'm just going to stop you right there. And he is 100% correct. CareBag is able to do a lot of what we do. Thank you, Children's Services Council. They have funded us that we can help our babies. We can help our young ladies in school. We can help the children. And it's been a blessing. Without it, we don't know what we would have done. So thank you again very much. We appreciate it.
It's a great job, and I say that because I really truly love both what I do and where I work, because it's an opportunity to help so many people out. And it's like what you said, there are so many wonderful nonprofits.
Yeah.
Everybody has such a great heart, and they're all just trying to do what's best. And it's great to be in that seat where you can bring partners together, you can bring resources together,
Yes.
and then you can provide a little bit of support, a little bit of knowledge, and a little bit of funding to make change happen. It's really outstanding.
That's good. No, you have a whole lot of paper there, so tell us more.
I
I
brought
just want
it
to learn.
just in case I freezed up under the bright lights of the program.
With the bright fluorescent lights.
I brought a
know.
couple things. I brought this is for, I know you have a Facebook and YouTube audience.
Yeah.
This is our program guide.
Okay.
And it lists all 51 programs with a brief
Okay.
description. And I say that, and we carry these around everywhere we go because, when you're in a time of crisis or you need something, very rarely do you have peace of mind to simply go, I'm going to go to Google and look for it. You ask your friends, you ask your neighbors.
You just panic.
Or you panic,
You panic
right?
and you go.
And so knowledge is power. It's really what this show is all about.
Yep.
So if people can educate themselves, they don't need to know all 51 programs, but maybe they know, hey, call the Children's Services Council, or hey, call Roxy,
Or call 211.
or call. I was getting there. Call 211, and know that there's resources out there. You can be that savior to your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers, your congregation members. So I brought that. I also wanted your listeners to know that if you have kids, grandkids, summer is like upon us.
Summer's here.
Yeah, I mean the heat's almost
my
there.
goodness.
Hasn't quite started raining every day, but school is out in I believe 2 or 3 weeks. And so we take all of our after school programs become summer programs.
Sorry.
But then we also expand to additional sites for summer. So we have 23 summer camp opportunities out there. And I just want your listeners and viewers, if you have children and you haven't thought about summer camps yet,
Think about
now
it.
is the time. All of our summer camps, all of our staff are background screened, so that you don't have to worry about any safety issues. We partner with the Chamber of Commerce for local excursions, so they'll learn about our community. They'll go to Lisa's Kayaks.
Ooh.
They'll do painting with a twist. They do all that
I
fun
love
stuff.
that.
And let me tell you a little bit how that got started. We fund summer camps, and we were looking in all these funding requests. And don't get me wrong, going to Busch Gardens and Disney is great. But in talking with kids, a lot of the kids in the community hadn't even been to the beach.
Wait a minute. I got one better for you. I was in a different part of St. Lucie County, and some haven't been to Port St. Lucie.
Yeah, if
Some in Port St. Lucie haven't been to Fort Pierce.
right.
Nobody knows, and it's so you're like, wow. So you're right about one thing. Going to Busch Gardens, going anywhere is great and having fun, but you got to know your backyard.
Right.
You have
Well,
to know your backyard.
and so we partner with the Chamber of Commerce, and we book at a discounted rate because we're bulk purchasing
Yeah.
all these excursions, and then we have our kids, our summer camps, take advantage of it, and they go, and it helps with the businesses, particularly in
Right.
the summer, which is usually the slower season.
Slowest season.
And it takes local money and it keeps it local.
Keep it local.
So instead of money going to Orlando and Disney,
No
we love
offense.
Disney, right?
No, they look.
But let's
they
keep the
don't,
money here.
They don't sponsor us. So
Right.
you can
Okay,
say
I
whatever you
feel
want
better
to
then.
say.
All right, so
yeah.
let's keep the money here. So anyway, I just wanted to make sure that all your listeners and viewers
They know
are thinking
that.
about summer camps, all of our summer camps, background screen, and also we ask, because a lot of the calls that I get from families when we hear directly from parents is that, look, I can afford to send one child to summer camp.
I can't afford
But
to.
what about my, second, third, or fourth child? So
Mm-hmm.
we make sure that all of our summer camps are offering them at a discounted price and are willing to work with multi-sibling families.
Oh, I love that. And if you have a business out there and you don't mind me doing that, do you? If you have a business out there and you know that you can do something, that you have something that children are going to like or they want to see, if it's a pottery, making pottery, or they can come and do like painting with a twist, or you have a pottery place, or you make glass, something that they can see, open it up, because remember, it takes a community. And if children are not occupied during the summer, and if they don't have something to do, we had Assistant Chief Richard Del Toro on here. You're going to be talking to them. Children need to be occupied. So as a community, just open it up. If you have a training, sometimes it's good to teach children something. You never know where that trade or anything is going to lead. So I'm just going to put it out there because, like I said before, yes, this is a subsidiary of CareBag Incorporated, but CareBag is run through partnerships and collaboration. So we work together as nonprofits. And if we can somehow get it out there and have one person that knows something and wants to bring their business forward, get in touch with Sean Boyle, get in touch with Children's Services. If you don't know how to get in touch with them, get in touch with me, Roxy, and I will lead you right to their front door. And the chamber, St. Lucie County Chamber, is great.
Yes.
I love them. We are a part of them, and they are a great chamber. And it's I didn't even know that they have so much stuff to do for the summer.
Yeah,
That's great.
And
I love it.
And while you're doing the call out to businesses, and first of all, one of the advantages of having a Children's Services Council and these resources is if you think about who works in your business,
Right.
there's families, there's parents, and so peace of mind that my child's in a quality childcare.
Right.
Partly because of the children's
Services.
peace of mind because they're in an after-school at the Boys and
Right.
Girls Club. We have an impact on the economic viability of this community
Right.
as well. But I wanted to bring up, first of all, Rich Del Toro. Love
Oh,
him. He's
love
on my
him.
board.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
Yes, he is.
But you were asking about the teen birth rate and how do you reduce? When we're on the break, how do you reduce teen pregnancy? And you said it. You got to keep kids busy.
You got to keep them busy, or they're going to find something to keep busy. And, we were talking about that we had a meeting with and your wonderful Ashley was there. And if they're not occupied, then they're learning from their peers.
Yep.
And their peers don't know anything. Their peers, their friends, they're getting the wrong information. And if you want to have peace of mind to know where your child is, that's the best thing. And on top of that, the news is it's so sad. The amount of young people that are showing up dead. Let's be real. Careology is about being real. You guys know I don't fluff over anything. You need to keep your children occupied. You need to have them in a place where they can learn. You want them to enjoy the summer, but we have to work. Our country's just getting back. So we know mothers, we know fathers have to work. We know grandparents are raising children, tired of seeing them at home and want them out the house. Put them someplace where it's true.
No,
It's true.
it
They
is.
want them out the house. They're tired of them. They've been sitting at a
It's been
computer.
a long year
It's
for
been
everybody.
oh my gosh, it's been a really really long year. But just to know you can have them someplace. The Boys and Girls Club have so many new places. They just have a new place.
Yep,
You know,
West
there's
Side.
and Will is going to be on here in a couple of weeks to talk about the Boys and Girls Club and talk about what they do, because like I said, it's about the resources we have. And if you're giving a resource, some parents just don't know. Like when we had New Horizons, a lot of us learned, plus I, that you can call them and they will come for free to your home.
Their mobile crisis
The
unit.
mobile crisis unit. And so many people text me, oh my God, Roxy, I didn't know that. I'm like, no, we didn't. But we want everyone to know. So we want our children to be in a safe place. So if you're a business and you know you can offer something to young people, reach out to the St. Lucie County Children's Services. Reach out to the chamber if you can't remember this, because they will put you in front of Sean. They have his number on speed dial. I'm sure T does. And you know, we want our community to get involved. Our children are our future. They get winded. They have nothing to do. They're causing chaos. They're causing problems. And then that means now, when they get in trouble, where do we put them? We have nowhere to put them because no one wants them.
Right.
And every child should be needed. What else you do?
You know, it's funny, as you were talking, I mentioned those 5 priorities, and that's where majority of our time goes. But we do a lot of, you know, for example, we partner with the county to offer water safety lessons in the summer. We make sure that, you know, because one of the greatest causes of infant mortality besides drowning is safe sleep. And so we work with Healthy Start to make sure that those families that they engage with, if they don't have a safe sleep environment for their child, we partner with them to purchase them cribs. We do a lot of that stuff, but one of the things I wanted to bring up, and it's our St. Lucie Reads initiative, and when you talk about businesses, a way that they can contribute to the effort of helping children and families and their business is obviously, if they want to, display the brochure of the programs, but we have something called Little Libraries. So currently across 60 businesses, probably over 60 businesses in St. Lucie County, we have set up a little library rack, and we stock it full of books.
Wow.
And the idea is that when people come into your place of business, it could be your business, it could be your church, it could be anywhere that people are sitting there waiting, particularly families, the kids grab the book, they read it while they're there, and they can take it with them.
I love it.
And the reason why we do that, it's part of a literacy strategy.
Yes,
because
get them reading.
There's research that shows that in middle to higher income families, there's generally 13 books for every child. You know, whether it be, you know, reading material for them in their home. And when you look at low income neighborhoods, it's 1 book for every 300 children.
I grew up with an encyclopedia. Me and my brother each had our own encyclopedia.
The sets, right?
We had the sets in the tan with the brown band,
Yeah, I know
with the gold. You know what
Britannica,
Britannia. There you go.
yes.
My brother had his own. I had his own. When my parents were in school, you know, Long Island University, New York University, Harvard, they came with books. And while they were reading or while they were studying to do extra higher education, my mom used to tell me, I used to sit down and read her book. When we had homework, my homework was finished, Sean, I had her homework to do. Those days are gone. We didn't have the mobile devices. So it's just taking away from it. And, you know, I talked to, everyone knows I have a new grandbaby, and, you know, he's like, I said, what do you do? He's like, oh, I'm buying more books. And while he's telling me that, I'm like, oh, thank you, Jesus.
That's awesome.
Because he's reading. You have to read to your child, because then your child will read. A computer, a tablet does not read to your child. They entertain your child. It's like Facebook, it's like Snapchat, it's like Twitter, everything, Instagram. That is entertainment. You need to read. This is how children learn the vowels. This is how children learn so many things. And parents are busy. You know, we're not distracting. We're not taking away from any family, but we know parents are busy. Mothers, fathers are busy. When you come home, you don't want to talk. You don't want to read. You know, some have the time, but it is worth it. You know, and I love the idea they can take the book home. I really, really love that. I want to put a rack up at Careback.
Okay.
I definitely do, because I have mothers and children coming in. So I'm going to put a call to action out. If anyone has any books, care bag, we will be happy to get it, because we have babies coming in. And if you have books that are Spanish, bilingual, bring them in. We have Creole mothers, Creole, English, Spanish. I have some Portuguese. And, it will help children. And we would love to definitely be a part of that. Definitely.
And so the businesses and faith institutions that are listening, they can host a little library and or do a book drive.
Oh,
Exactly what you just said, because we stock those books, the original, when we set up a little library, we put new books in, and then once they go out and you need a refill, we encourage the business to do their own book drive and to talk about literacy and reading when the families come in. But if not, we will restock them for them.
We have one of our sponsors, Tony Groza, Groza Builders Incorporated. They have we have a little care corner, and he actually stocks it with toys for our stuffed animals. Your first stuffed animal for our newborn babies. Then he has Play-Doh. The mothers don't like the Play-Doh, but let me tell you, Sean,
The kids love it though.
the kids the kids, well, it's not some of it's not slime, but he has a lot of Play-Doh, and when the kids come in, they're running for the Play-Doh. He has got us teething rings for the ones that are teething, and it's our little care corner. So right up next to it, we can put our books, because we have the kids coming in. So it'll, anything to educate and keep them busy. These mothers want to take them off the phone and take them off the tablet, and that's so important. But we only have a couple minutes left. So if anyone just has, because normally I don't do it, but I'm going to do it tonight. If anyone has any questions for Sean they would like, you can give me some. Everyone's giving me hellos on Facebook, but you can call us at 772-340-5090 if you have a question you'd like to ask him, or if you want to go ahead and sponsor a library, get some information and see how you can help one of the major nonprofits here we have on the Treasure Coast. They're major because they help the rest of us be able to do what we can do, and that's important through their funding. But we'll be right back after this, hearing from our other great sponsors. My name is Roxy, and stay tuned. We'll be right back. Thinking of building your next home or renovating? Come see us at Groza Builders. We will create a home suited for your lifestyle. With years of experience means we give you a complete professional service, from a dream to a concept. You will get the best results, best value, best quality is what you get from Groza Builders. Visit us at grozabuilders.com. You deserve better. You deserve Groza. Why call Two Men in a Truck of the Treasure Coast? You want to move your business without moving a single meeting? You want it handled with no fuss. Lots of stuff, no time to move it? You need the pros that care. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck of the Treasure Coast. Family owned and operated franchise. Call 772-236-0827. 772-236-0827. Movers who care. Visit Two Men in a Truck, treasurecoast.com.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast.
Welcome back to Careology, the science of caring. And once again, here's your host, Roxy.
Thank you, Cliff. Well, thank you for joining if you're still with us or if you're joining in with us. My name is Roxy, and welcome to Careology, the science of caring. We only got a couple minutes left, but it's a couple minutes. That's all we really need. We have Sean Boyle with us here from Children's Services Council, St. Lucie, and we've been learning so much. So if you have books or want to get some books, brand new would even be better. So our kids, nothing is better than opening a brand new book.
Yep.
I love that. And for kids, and write something in it. I go to baby showers, and that's, even though I get a gift, I always get a book and make it their first book, write in it. You'll be surprised how children love turning the pages and their eyes open, the colors in the book. They learn so much. Let's not take anything away from something that has worked for hundreds of years.
Right.
It's worked.
Right.
And when they go to school, they're going to have books. Not everything is going to be on a tablet or going to be on a computer. You're going to need books. Nothing's better than highlighting it and turning the corner of the page.
And it doesn't need to be charged.
And it doesn't need to be charged. There you go. I didn't even think of it. It doesn't need to be charged. And it just opens the mind, and it helps them. It helps their development. And, like they said, this is what children's service is about. But what do you have there?
I have one more thing that I brought.
Uh-huh.
So with our board, and Rich Del Toro is on our board, Assistant Chief Rich Del Toro, we talked about some efforts that we wanted, or some initiatives we want to address. One of it was mental health. So we're integrating
big.
mental health into our after-school programs,
Okay.
so that the kids don't feel like they are going to a therapist. It's part of the
Part of the
programming
program.
there. Another thing was
Slide it in.
I know, just slide it in.
Just,
Just,
a
you know,
little.
like a little education, a little
Yeah.
mental health. Another thing that we wanted to address was, one, making sure that people are aware of resources, but making sure that fathers, particularly young fathers, are aware of the importance of their role,
Yes.
but also aware that there is support out there.
Yes.
So we have a gentleman that works with us, John Caesar, who's our engagement coordinator, and we were strategizing on how to engage fathers, and he and I share something in common. He actually won an award from our organization back in 2000s or so, when he was a child going to one of our after-school programs, and now he works with us,
Now he
which
works with
I'm
you.
very proud of that fact.
Wow.
But one of the things that we bonded over was basketball.
Basketball.
He's younger than me; he can move a lot quicker, but we both love basketball. And I'm like, John, let's engage fathers around what you love, basketball. And so we started something. It starts June 24th. It's called More Than a Game.
More Than a Game.
And
June 24th.
June 24th at Boys and Girls Club Westside Gym.
Boys and Girls Club Westside Gym.
We're doing it in partnership with Kids at Hope and the Round Table,
Okay.
Kevin Singletary. And it's really, it starts at 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. I believe it's on a Thursday, maybe a Wednesday. I'm not really sure. June 26th and through July 29th.
I'll tell you right now. June
26th or 24th. Sorry.
June 24th is a Thursday.
Okay.
So it's the Thursday, Friday, and
No,
Saturday.
it's 6 Thursdays.
Oh, it's 6 Thursdays. Okay,
Yep.
so it's every
hello.
Thursday.
It says every Thursday.
Oh, every Thursday for 6 weeks.
We missed the large lettering on the
Wait,
flyer.
Look, and both of us are looking at it, so don't feel bad.
And what it is, it's an opportunity for fathers. We're accepting applications we're going to have up to cap it at 35. And what they're going to do is they're going to get together at the beginning, and they're going to learn about a resource in the community. We're going to have like Hibiscus supporting families in crisis,
Right.
which if a family's in crisis and if they can't pay their water bill or they're having trouble with housing, they call this number. They respond within 24 hours, and they help navigate that family to all the
where
resources.
the resources they need.
They're going to have resources, and then they're going to have a fatherhood component to talk about how to be a good father and or grandfather. That's going to last about 45 minutes, and then the rest of the time they're playing
Play
basketball.
I love it.
And it costs nothing for the fathers to participate, and there's going to be both prizes, and they're going to walk away with a resource and something for their family every single week.
You need to ask Ashley to send this to me so I can send it out to my moms, because they're going to give it to the dads.
100%. We will
So
do
it's
that.
called More Than a Game, and it's every Thursday starting on June the 24th, and it's free. Only thing you have to do is register, and we're going to put this information up on our Facebook page, and it's Come Play Ball, learn about local resources, and discussing fathering, which is important because dads, stepdads, granddads, adoptive dads, permanent guardians, we do a lot of things for women and moms.
Right.
We really do a lot, and I think the fathers are kind of, they're not left out, but we so focus on the mother and the child. And it takes a father to raise that child. Children need both parents. And I think this is great. And, go to Children's Services, and you can go to CSCSLC. That's a lot of C's, John.
In the nonprofit world, everybody loves acronyms.
Acronyms.
So it's the acronym for
Children's
Children's Services
Services
Council,
Council.
St. Lucie County. So CSC slc.org.
I was talking to someone. We were doing something today, and someone was like, "Roxy, it's too many GGs," and I'm like, "I know, but it works, you know." But you can go to just Google Children's Services Council, St. Lucie County. Go on their website. I am 100% positive it is there, and you can get more information, and you can learn how to share, how to participate, and just do as much as you can. And we're gonna have that up, and we're gonna put it up. So that is great. I love that. And, you know, we learned a lot, and I hoped everyone that was listening got something out of this. Anything else you want to share
I
with us?
just want to reiterate our team, our board, you know, we are really servants to the community. And so we are always listening to the community. We listen to, you know, what the parents say, what the kids say, what teachers say, what everybody says. So if you have an idea or you're seeing something that you think the community needs to address, just contact us.
And let me tell you, I'm sorry to cut you. Let me tell you, he's absolutely correct. Because I remember talking to you and Ashley about an idea, and Ashley was like, "I love it." And she said, "Roxy, put it in." And I did. And they're going to fund that idea, which helps the community. And it's, you know, you come prepared. If you have an idea, I'm going to tell you, come prepared. These are individuals that will listen to you, and when they say bring it, bring it. And if you slip, start over again. But it's true, because they are responsible. You know, this is St. Lucie County, and they're responsible. So, and they want to make sure the funds used for this county is used correctly. And you want that. You know, you're paying your taxes, we're paying our taxes, and you want to know you have individuals who are credible, who are honest, and who are doing what they say they're going to do. And Children's Services Council, St. Lucie County, does that, and we can just applaud them. So thank you again.
Thank you for having me on.
You got it. What else you got for us?
I have our annual report.
Which I did read, and a care bag is happy to know we are in the St. Lucie County Children's Services County, St. Lucie County annual report. So once I'm in there, I'm just happy.
And she'll be signing copies for
Oh,
anybody
yes.
that wants
Anyone
one.
that wants, I'll be happy to sign a copy for you. But it just lets us know, it gives me pride to let us know where we've come going into 5 years. We've accomplished a lot, and we're very, very proud of that. And someone asked me the other day, you know, "Roxy, what is your fear?" And I said, my greatest fear is that CareBack can't continue. Something happens where we can't get funded, we can't get money, because I know the families that we help. You know, I see the moms coming in. I see the elderly coming in. I know the impact that we make. I see the outcomes, and that is important. You know, it's not about self, because I can be replaced. Yes, I'm a founder. I'll always be on the wall and on a plaque, but a CEO can always be replaced. This is not, no, we can't. But just to know the impact that we make, it's important. And just to sit back and think, oh my goodness, what happens? You know, it's important. It's very important. So that's important for us.
If any of your listeners want to jump in and look at our annual report, if you want to get in the weeds, you can find out that we served over 40,000 children last year, which is almost a little over 2/3 of all the children in St. Lucie County. And with all those 5 priorities, we have what we call metrics or measurements, and they can see all that. And we've tied those to community indicators so that we know how we're doing as a community. And you know, one of the things I can't stress enough, and you know this because you're funded by us, we are big on accountability.
Oh, yes, they are.
You have to account. We don't give it
every cent.
Yes, we can. I can tell you where every penny went, because it's not my money;
That's
it's the
it.
community's money. And in addition to that, we also tie in performance measures. And if a organization isn't performing, quite frankly, it's not worthy of the funding.
Yep.
And so accountability, you know, transparency, accountability, and customer service are big things.
So I'm going to tell them how your accountability goes, if you don't mind,
Sure.
because I've been through
Sure.
it. So we got funded for our diapers and our wipes. So when I purchased it, not only did I have to produce the purchase order and the receipts, I had to produce the purchase order and the receipts to match the bank statements. Oh, Cliff, don't even look at me like that. And let me tell you something. When I send it in, I'm always over. I'd rather be over than under. And that's how it's done. But it was easy because that's what we know we're spending it on. So that is that accountability that you're getting. So when I tell someone I am funded by Children's Services, they're like, okay, we know you're doing it right. And that's a big thing. A lot of individuals don't want to help nonprofits because they don't know where the money's going. They don't know if you're using it right. I'm being honest. They don't know. But when they know, okay, your checks and balances are in place and that you are, you're being transparent, it makes a difference. It really, really makes a difference. So if you are a nonprofit and you want to get funded by Children's Services, I'm just going to let you know, I don't talk to anyone else except Sean and Ashley, especially Ashley. And one of your other girls, I can't remember her name, in your office. But Jessie, let me tell you something, have it right. Have it right, or you're gonna have to refund. I'm just gonna tell you straight up. See, there's nothing politically correct about us
it's
here.
accountability.
It's a privilege, not a handout.
There you go. And
Exactly.
it's not only that, it is taxpayer, and they want to know that the people, the entity that they put in place is doing their finest job, and they are.
As well as giving them a tax deduction.
Yeah, and
every
they
year.
are. So, we're proud to it. But as always, all good things must come to an end, people. All good things. We have 4 more minutes. But what I wanted to say, Sean, is thank you so much. It was such a privilege to have you on here. I really appreciate you taking your time out.
I'm honored that you wanted me on the show, and
Of
we're going to have to
course.
reciprocate because we have a show, and you can come on our show.
Oh, look at that. You see, we're big up in here. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we're not as fancy as you guys are, but, it's a show.
Well, I'm like this. You go big or you go home.
But look, in all sincerity, I do appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunity, any opportunity we have to speak about Children's Service Council and the resources that are available. But I just want to give a big thanks to you and all the effort that you do.
Thank you.
Because you have a true impact in the community, and it's your drive and your leadership, and quite honestly your work ethic. It's something that to be admired. And I mean that sincerely, not just because I'm on your show.
I'll give you the $20 later.
But sincerely, your work, your drive for this community and what you've been able to accomplish and do is really, it's phenomenal. You should be very proud. You and your whole board should be very proud, but you specifically.
In all my years in radio, I've never seen such a noble concept, Careology, the science of caring.
Exactly.
There's never been anything like it.
Oh, I'm going to bring y'all to my board meetings.
Well,
take this video clip from YouTube and show
There
it.
you go. That's
That's
it. But what I want to tell everyone again, Sean, thank you. I am just so happy that I have Children's Services at my back, because I know if something happens, okay, I can make a call and I know they're there, and that's just so reassuring. But to everyone else, our time is winding down, and I just want to say thank you so much for listening to us. I see I have my people from Jamaica and Trinidad and Canada and Holland, and I just want to say thank you.
our international audience.
Yeah, everyone's always speaking to everyone. So, you know what?
That's
Thank
awesome.
you guys so much. We appreciate it. And what I want to say is we appreciate every last one of you. And CareBag needs the community support. So if you're wanting to know more information about us, just go to givecarebag.com and you can find out all our information, our drawing that we have for our Lexus, our grill, our TVs coming up. You can get all the information. Our tickets are being sold through an independent company, and they will pick our winner. And we have our gala, our 2021 gala coming up. And it is going to be at the Wyndham Grand in Jupiter at Harborside, October 9th. I want everyone to just put the date down.
This is a big event, a big
This is
thing.
a big event. I mean, it is an orchestrated, massive undertaking, and you don't want to miss it. When it's sold out, it's sold out.
That's right.
And it is going to 100% benefits CareBag.
If you
of
really
what
want to
we
help
do.
the community, get with CareBag.
There and
They're
all the
out there doing it.
information. That's it. And the information will be up next week about everything. And if you're interested, just go on CareBag, go to the contact page, send us a message. Our phone number's there. Call us if you'd want to get involved. And we are looking raffle items. So if you're interested and you have a business and you have something, we'd love to talk to you. But again, thank you, Sean, and thank you, Cliff, for being my guest. Being a regular guest, Cliff.
Gee, and I thought I was just a studio engineer.
No, you're not. You're
I'm
my
helping
guest.
CareBag.
Yes, you are. And my name is Roxy. I'm the CEO and founder of CareBag Incorporated, where we provide access to proper hygiene. And it has been a privilege and an honor having you as my guest tonight. And I look forward to speaking to you and having you with us next week. God bless. And you guys have a wonderful and safe rest of your week. Peace out.
You're
Have a good day.
listening to Careology with Roxy. Larry Elder is coming up, the sage of Sacramento. Straight ahead after CBS News. This is WPSL, Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast, webcaster to the world. It's 7 o'clock.